Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm up in League 10 trying to push my way up here. This deck has been absolutely amazing and we're going to just start out with the cage here and see what else he's got to start out. Hopefully we can deduce his deck pretty quickly. He's going to have the Goblin Hut, so we're going to go with the Demolisher here in the back. And I'm kind of curious. I don't see the Goblin Hut as much as I feel like I used to, but he's got Infernal Dragon as well. Not really sure what he's got here, so we're just going to go with the Executioner in the back. I don't think it's Balloon. I could be wrong, but I don't think it's Balloon. That's going to do a good job against that Infernal Dragon. Oh, I think this is... With the Golden Knight, I feel like it's always... Oh, it's E-Giant. Okay. I was going to say it was going to be E-Giant, but that worked out. We're going to go Ram Rider here. Shouldn't really get caught in that E-Giant put. So we're going to get Ram Rider on tower. Yeah, his E-Giant does get some damage on us, but not too bad. I'll take that trade. You know, we did 300 damage more. Our Evil Cage is going to be absolutely amazing, but he does have lightning most likely. So we got to be really careful of that. But the Evil Cage would be perfect. So if we can get him to, or if we can bait it out of him with the help of like the Executioner or something like that, it's going to be absolutely perfect. Again, his Infernal Dragon is too far away for us to really try and do anything about it. So we'll get the recruits going here. I think the key here is going to be trying to get something out of him right here. And he's going to go for just the Goblin Hut in the back. So that's going to be kind of good for us. We're going to arrows this down, hit the Bomber as well. Yeah, there's that lightning I was telling you about. And we can go with the Ram Rider here. Since he gave up his hut, what else does he have? Oh, he's got his Infernal Dragon, which makes sense. I probably could have slowed it up a little bit, but that's totally fine. We almost get another connection there, which would have been really nice. Let's go Executioner. His Infernal Dragon is not really going to be that useful to him anymore. We're going to go with the recruits here. Hopefully we get that the hut out of him again. Okay, I don't think that's going to happen. We'll go with the cage though. Because this is going to be great. Let's do this. Let's go with the E-Spirit as well. And this is going to be really solid defense. Oh my gosh, he let all of the recruits on through on that side. That's wild. Okay, so we're going to be okay here, I think. Let's go with the Ram Rider afterwards. And we'll just get the recruits going here. Hopefully Ram Rider doesn't connect on that E-Giant. It doesn't, so we're going to sneak on through. Good game, well played. These recruits are absolutely a menace against a deck like this. Let's get on to another. Alright, next match here. Keeping things going. And we can probably have to chill out just to start out in this match. I don't want to drop anything too aggressive too early where I spend an excess amount of elixir. I didn't want to give up the Executioner there because in case he's got some air cards, Executioner is really your only air defense. You also have a few things like I didn't want to go with my arrows because I just felt like it was a waste. So this should be fine here. Magic Archer is going to do its thing. I'm going to go ahead and log this. So we're going to get onto tower, or we're going to prevent that from getting onto tower. Brawler's going to take out at least one of those, and we get a bomb tower out of him. So I think this is going to be that minor wall breakers deck with the Magic Archer and Tornado. So we got to be careful, you know, giving him too much of a good lineup. And we're back to recruits here. So I feel totally fine doing this and slow rolling, you know, something like the Demolisher in the back, or even the Executioner. So I'm going to go with the Executioner here. He's going to have to draw something to help prevent that from getting right onto his Magic Archer. Or he's going to go for Log. That is actually really good for us. I'm going to go recruits here early because that Magic Archer's range is absolutely wild. I'm going to go ahead and arrows this as well. Force out that Valkyrie there. That should keep our Executioner alive. We have some recruits tanking. He has to go with the really, really odd wall breakers, and he has to now go with a miner just to defend all of that, which is absolutely amazing. We get an Executioner Axe Throw as well. He might have enough for the Bomb Tower just at the very end, but he doesn't have that other tower kind of helping. I'm going to log that. I was really hoping to get something going right there, but that's fine. We'll go with the Demolisher here, keeping that pressure up. He might not want to go with his Magic Archer right there, which makes sense. I'm going to go with the Executioner in the back here. He's going to have to log this, else it's going to get right on top of the tower and deal loads amount of damage, which it does. So that worked out. I'm going to arrows this down. Oh, wait a second. One broke through? That is unbelievable right there. All right, we're going to go Demolisher right on top. And that's going to help with that Miner afterwards. Pretty well played on our opponent's end. But now he doesn't have what he needs to defend. I'm going to go with the preemptive log here. He's going to go with his own log, which is probably going to help him, but not prevent all damage there, which is nice. I'm going to go for the recruits right here immediately, just to prevent anything. I'm going to go with the wall. We're going to go with the cage there for the wall breakers. So this is actually closer than I would have liked because he was able to get that really good single push there. We just need one hit or so, maybe a little bit more, but that's fine. We're going to go with the log here. He's cycling really quickly, and that's really well played on his end. He's going to go for a Tornado there and actually get that King Tower activation. So this is going to get a lot trickier very quickly. I'm going to go for arrows here on top of the Magic Archer and the Bomb Tower, but the Ram Rider sneaks on through because he played that too late and a little bit too far over. So game's not over quite yet because we still need to deal with this here. We get to protect that against the Miner, so that's really good. I'm gonna go recruits here. Oh my gosh, he's just an absolute menace with that Magic Archer. I'm gonna go for the arrows here. That should be pretty solid. I'm gonna go with the log as well. Hopefully allow our Ram Rider on through. He has to go with Tornado, which is interesting. I'm just gonna do this here. I'm gonna just protect our tower, and I'm gonna go for recruits here, which is a little sketchy. I'm just gonna go with arrows and log. That should wrap things up. That right there is good game, well played. We'll get on to another. All right, next match here, keeping things going, and starting with the Demolisher is always a pretty solid move. I'm gonna go for the cage here and mistime it. That feels horrible. We definitely could have gone with the Demolisher. We didn't really have log or arrows or something to start out with, so our opponent's got the Dark Goblin and he's got the Demolisher. So should be interesting to see what else he's got. If this is going to be... Oh, well, there's kind of my answer. I'm going to go for Ram Rider here. See if we can get some elixir out of him on a side that he doesn't want to go. The problem is how we're going to try and defend this afterwards. We can go for the recruits here. That should be enough to deal with that giant skeleton. And obviously that witch is going to be an absolute menace to try and deal with right now. We'll go with something like the E-Spirit here. Should take out those skeletons. And the witch might get a hit off, but that's not that bad considering everything else. So I'm going to go for the Demolisher here. Just time it. And that's perfect. Demolisher should be able to pressure that other side as well. And then we'll probably just go with the Executioner here. Yeah, especially since he gave us that, you know, all that Goblin Gang value as well. We should be able to defend this pretty well and not take death damage. So that worked out really well. Executioner is going to walk up. I'd be surprised if he even tried to defend this. That's not even the side I want to go. And considering, you know, the rest of his deck, I figured he would just give that up. So this is going to be interesting for sure. If we can protect our tower, that would be key, but he's just going to go for that. And I didn't have arrows selected. I meant to, you know, select that really quickly. Didn't exactly work out the way I wanted to, but I'm going to arrows all of this down. And that's actually going to be pretty solid considering everything else. We'll go with the Demolisher here. And we'll give up a little bit of damage on that side, but I will just keep things rolling here. So I'm going to go with the cage here. And Go for the recruits in the back. I think that's an okay move here. I'm going to go E-Spirit up high. Draw that giant skeleton before it, you know, gets too close to our tower. That would be really, really bad. Let's go Ram Rider here. I'm going to go Executioner on top of this Demolisher. And we should be able to get right on top of the tower on that left side, which is perfect. Executioner is doing a great job there. Cleaning up all of that stuff. Let's go with the cage. I have arrows ready. Oh, he's got... What? Why does he have Graveyard in this? That's a wild, wild deck. And I'm just going to arrows this down. The Goblin Brawler is still going to be able to help handle that, that side. This is going to be an interesting one to see whether or not we're able to break on through. He doesn't have log or anything to kind of stop our momentum. So I think that's going to do it right there. All we have to do is cycle back to another set of arrows, and we are going to be in a really solid position. That right there is good game, well played against a really interesting deck that I've never seen before, but we absolutely dominated that matchup. Good game, well played. Let's get on to another one. All right, next match here. So we have Demolisher in hand, and that's always a safe, you know, safe bet to go with here. I'm gonna go with the E-Spirit as well, and that's gonna perfectly defend it. So it looks like it's gonna be log bait, which should be fine considering everything that we have in terms of the arrows, the log, Executioner, the Demolisher itself. I don't think we're going to make it to the tower, but we take out one of the bats, so that's going to prevent any chance of, you know, that reaching the tower. Our opponent's got Mega Knight, so I think this is going to be an interesting one. Might not be typical log bait, but if we go with recruits early, hopefully he jumps on and... Okay, that's pretty good. And our Executioner is still alive. So we should be in a good spot here. We get some damage on that side. Totally fine. I'm going to go Demolisher here, though. And that's going to help defend that. And our Demolisher is still healthy enough. I have E-Spirit ready. Oh my gosh, what? Okay, I'm going to log this. And I'm going to go E-Spirit afterwards. This is going to be an interesting one for sure. I don't think I've seen E-Barbs in a deck in a while. Okay, so this is going to be... I'm a little lost for words, but should be manageable. So he obviously wants to go left now. I'm going to go Ram Rider here. I know he's got Mega Knight, but he's going to drop it on that other side. So I'm going to arrows this down. I'm kind of going in on it a little bit. Hopefully we can get a good cage out of this, which would be the perfect answer. But he might go Dark Goblin. Yeah, so I'm going to go recruits here first. This should be... Oh my gosh, I think I fat fingered that. Oh no, I did hit that. Okay, that's perfect. So that was... I was going to go for cage, but if he went Dark Goblin, he would have been able to easily defend that. Obviously would have been a problem. This is where Evil Executioner should shine. So we're going to be able to push back the E-Barbs, which is perfect. I'm going to go Ram Rider now, since he went with his Mega Knight in the back. And I'm just going to go and arrows that down. Executioner might get an axe throw on that tower, which is perfect. I'm going to go for a log here. Push that Mega Knight over maybe. And that's going to work out perfectly, actually. Let's go for the recruits. I'm totally fine defending the E-Barbs without the recruits. This is going to be interesting. Let's go E-Spirit here. We need to take out those bats. Okay, there's that Mega Knight. And we can go for the cage. I know he's got lightning and whatnot, so we got to be careful here. I'm going to log this. Oh my gosh. He was actually able to trick us there. I mean, not surprised, but a little surprised. He's getting a lot of damage here. That's pretty well played on his end with that move he just pulled. So pretty well played. I'm gonna go cage here. He's just throwing trick barrels like nothing. We need to be able to defend this efficiently here. I'm gonna go Demolisher afterwards, because he's gonna need to drop log. Well, I'm gonna drop log for that Dark Goblin and miss. Oh no, that's not good. Okay, we can go recruits here. Things are getting really sketchy now. Really sketchy. I'm gonna arrows this down quickly. I think that, yeah, they do get a hit off still, which is wild. I'm gonna go Demolisher right on top of this. If I time it right, yeah, that's gonna work out. We're slowly chipping away that other tower as well, which is perfect. I'm gonna go cage here. I'm gonna log this, and we need to get the E-Sphere going. And that should be pretty good, I would say. Demolisher up high. Let's go for Executioner here. Should be able to help defend that. And we're going to have a massive push he's going to have to defend with here. He's going to go for Lightning. He went in for it. I'm going to go with arrows because I knew he had nothing left. And that right there was so sketchy, so sketchy. But I'm so glad we were able to pull out that win there. We started out kind of bad on that left side, but once we realized he had E-Barbs, which I haven't seen in quite some time, you know, we're able to really capitalize on it. Good game, well played. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please like, comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next.